What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down high-level duels to help you guys improve. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so a typical Obi-Wan player would play defensive, so I go in for a hook swing to catch him off guard, then follow up with a nice parry. Now I'm trying to get defensive rush to get further the combo. He gets unlucky there with a choke, but due to the laggy server I don't get a hit in. And now that he's on the back foot from that smart play earlier, I'm just trying to put some pressure on, get some bonus hits in. Now I get a nice double parry. I'm trying to follow up with the defensive to further the combo. And now I'm really putting the pressure on as he's almost one hit. So I'm trying to get my mind, I've pushed, but he gets unlucky and just does his force choke. So I get an easy hit in. Now I'm looking for the finisher, D-rush. And it's looking like I almost get it, but then he evades me. I get a nice animation cancel into a hook swing and GG's. Okay, so in our second duel, I try and start things off like the last one and get a nice hook swing in, but he actually hits me. And now he's trying to go for some more hits to probably pressure, just like I did. He actually gets his freeze off on me, gets a hit, so now I am on the back foot. But I quickly turn things around with a nice heroic might into pull, into 2 hits for a nice 400 damage combo. But I accidentally jump and he gets me a pull. I get this hit into passionate, and now he's on the back foot, so I'm just looking for a finisher, and then I get an animation cancel. GG's. Alright, so I try and start things off with another hook swing into a parry, which is good combo. And then I try to get another dash to further it. I get one hit after, mind trick, so now I'm applying pressure since his movement is nerfed. I get a nice hit in, so now I'm waiting for him to mess up so I can get my finisher dash strike. He activates duels at the wrong time, and I get a finisher. GG's. Alright, here we go, duel 4. I get a nice push combo in there after he does choke to get some damage in. Looks like he lags out here, so I just wait for him to reconnect, and we're back in. So I get a nice dash in whilst he does his dash. As I'm Yoda, Yoda should win this matchup because of Maul's low HP and Yoda's combos are so deadly. So I'm trying to get my dash combos into a hit after, which appears to be working. So now I'm waiting for a nice parry combo into dash, just waiting for him to swing. I miss my push there. I get a nice dash, and now I'm just waiting again. I get a nice parry, just like I said. I tried to combo a dash, but there I get a nice parry again. So now he's about half HP, which puts him on the back foot. So now I'm really applying pressure, and I get a nice dash in. I'm waiting for another parry, see if I can get any combos off. There, see, I got an unblockable hit after dash. One of Yoda's main combo abilities, which is so good for duels. Try to get a nice hook swing in, but he actually gets a hit on me. I get dash, and then I just missed my final hit. And now he's actually surviving. He's doing a good job. He gets a hit on me. I try and finish it with a dash. And now we're kind of even again. But of course, I've got the major health advantage, so I'm going to keep applying pressure. I try to get a lunge in there. I get a nice dash in. I get a nice hit in again. And I'm thinking, oh no, he's going to punch me. But he misses his saber throw and then dashes away. So I try to get a parry in. And then I try to get my push and I miss again. So now I'm trying to get another hit. Now he's actually going to get me low. So I gotta focus up a bit. So I activate my middle ability to give me more health. I'm trying to get any sneaky hits in. And now I have my dash back. I'm going to look for a combo. I get push into dash, which is incredible. And now I get a nice double parry to finish it. GG's. Okay, duel 5. I'm a Yoda versus Dooku, which is highly in favour of the Dooku. So I got to play a bit more defensive in this duel. I get a nice push off there, but I fortunately don't get no lunges to finish it. I get a nice dash into a nice back hit. And then another nice back hit, but we're trading hits, which is not good for Yoda. So I try to use my push to catch him off guards right here. And I get a nice combo in it, and then I just finish it with a nice dash. GG's. Alright, duel 6. I start things off with a nice hook swing into a nice parry from Heroic Might. And now I got a nice saber throw, so I've got a nice combo off on Anakin into another hook swing. So now I'm really applying pressure. He's at half HP, but now he actually gets me with a pull into 2 hits. So now I'm really low. So I'm trying to keep my distance, so I get a saber throw into a dash hit. So now he's on 1 HP, so I'm looking for the finisher hook swing, but he actually does a good Heroic Might there, blocks my choke. So now I've wasted my abilities, but I get a nice saber throw in there. He's 1 HP again, so I'm looking for a hook swing prediction. And I almost get him here. I swear it was the Obi-Wan. But he's still 1 HP, so I miss my saber throw completely. And he does passion at the wrong time, so I just get an easy hit in. GG's. Okay, so as I'm Darth Maul here, I'm trying to play fast and aggressive to try and catch my enemy off guard. So I'm trying to get an early combo off just like this, where I get a nice frame trap, not frame trap, choke in here, and I get some extra damage and a nice hit in the air. So now he's about half HP, or less than half HP. So now I'm really applying lots of pressure to try and make him make a mistake, so if I can get some more extra damage in and try to get the kill. So now I'm just looking for a really big combo, perhaps a frame trap into saber throw. And I almost get it here, but he pushes me away. But I get it right here, and I get a nice hit in midair. Now he's 1 HP, so I just need one final hit. And I finish it with a nice prediction saber throw. GG's. Okay, so since I know my enemy likes to play defensive from the previous duels, I'm instantly applying pressure to try and get a double parry into claw rush combo, which will deal massive amounts of damage to Yoda's small amount of HP. So I'm just looking for a nice parry bait into double parry. But he's playing a good job of playing defensive and playing out of my play, if you get what I mean there. So here I go for an unblockable thrust surge, but he does a good job of blocking it again. So now I'm just trying to get a double hook swing into claw rush since I can't get any parries in, changing up my strategy so I'm not too predictable throughout the duel, which is what you should be doing in every duel. Your aim is to be as unpredictable as possible so that your enemy can never read what you're playing. So now I'm just trying to get those same two combos, but the opponent's still playing really defensive and doing it very well. Here I get a nice claw rush, but I can't get any punishes. I notice he likes to jump in the air a lot when he's under a lot of pressure, so I capitalise that and take a note of that. I just got a nice double parry in there, so now I'm looking for a final hook swing to finish the duel. But again, he's playing really well defensively, using his dashes that are well timed. And I just missed my claw rush here. And he does a good push there, so he's chipping away. I get 2 nice back hits there and 2 nice back hits here, and that's GG's. Okay, moving on to Duel 9, I start things off with a nice hook swing, and I'm trying to further my combo with Duelist. Now he's backing off because I just activated it, so it's going to be harder to get that damage in, but I'm still going to try anyway since it's Anakin. He's got a big health base, so I'm trying to break it down fast. We end up trading hits there, so now I'm still applying pressure, but in the back of my mind I'm trying to keep note of how much health I've just lost to not overextend. But he catches me in Heroic Might there, and he actually gets a good hit in there. So now I activate my Duelist to make him back off a little bit. So now I've regened my HP and I restart applying pressure again. He's backing off again, so it's much harder to apply pressure because this guy is very defensive. He catches me overextending there with a pull, but I read his attack, block it, stun, 2 hits into hook swing, but he HMs me away. Heroic Might. So now I'm trying to stop his regen and further my combo so that I can get permanent health damage on him. So I activate Expose Weakness to slow his regen down. So I'm trying to get a hook swing into stun. I get the hook swing just there, but I just missed the stun. And I activate Duelist as well to try and see if I can get possibly a finisher move. We trade hits there, and now I'm actually a little bit low. So I'm also going to try and regen my health. But then I press stun at the wrong time. Okay, let me explain this. So what I mean by is, I animation cancelled and pressed stun at the same time, which glitched my stun out, meaning I couldn't use it to stop him from doing his passionate strike and finishing me off. Alright, since I'm Vader here, I'm going to try to get as many cheeky hits in as possible since Vader's damage is so broken, but I'm also in the back of my mind trying to remember about his dash strike in case I overextend, start spamming, and then uses it, knockdown, 3 hits in total. So that could be a killer combo, but not for Vader, obviously, because of his health. Here I get a really nice prediction by predicting his dash quite a few times, getting a few hits in, plus saber throw, and now he's at half HP, which puts me at a major advantage. He gets a nice dash strike combo in there. I miss my saber throw, but I get a nice parry in. And now I have a choke back, so I get a really nice choke play there, get 1 hit in, and now the duel is pretty much over. Because all I need is 1 more hit, 1 more hook swing, and it's done. He does a good dash strike there to try and put some distance so that he can regain health. So I activate middle ability, and I start going straight aggressive on him. I get a nice back hit in there, and I'm just looking for another hook swing or an angle. He does another good dash strike there. I think I just missed my saber throw, point blank. I get a nice hit in there though. I have my choke back, so I'm looking to use it. Waste it completely. And I just get a nice hit in there. Miss my saber throw again. Middle ability, hook swing prediction, and now he's 1 HP again. So all I need is 1 more hit. So I'm looking for a nice prediction. I have my saber throw back. He gets another nice dash strike in there. He's timing it really well. I actually hit my dash strike, my saber throw this time. We trade hits there, and now he's 1 HP again. So I'm looking to close that out for the final time. I have my saber throw back and my choke, so let's see if I can use it. I get a nice choke in there, and that's GG's. Okay, since I know this guy likes to play defensive, I'm looking for a big combo off the bat, but he actually stops me there, gets another good dash strike in, and now he's going to come at me, so I predict it with a nice freeze, earning me 2 hits, putting him at low HP, and then I get a nice frenzy in, putting him at almost 1 HP, and then I get a nice pull bait in here, which puts him even lower, another hit in, and he's 1 HP, and I just get a nice frenzy to finish it off. GG's.